Hello students, today we are going to study chapter number 10, the microwave oven of English literature students, and we have dealt with two different videos earlier. In the previous video I had explained you the different terminologies that you need to understand about the piece of paragraphs and stuff left which is to be taught today students. So in the previous video, I had explained about the wave motion, how the electromagnetic waves move in the air and they how move in the space, and explained that with the diagram also. And I hope you were able to understand that. And now let's move ahead and read this chapter ahead, students. Now, students, all electromagnetic energy can be characterized as waves with a specific wavelength and frequency, which is distributed over a continuous range of electromagnetic spectrum, students. And these now term students, you must be uh, coming to know that these are the same terms that I had been explaining in the previous video, students, like wavelength, what is frequency, what is spectrum. And I explained about all this stuff, what are waves, electromagnetic waves, I told about that. So I hope you were able to understand that, and hence now moving ahead into this chapter, you will be able to understand more further about electrowave oven and especially about this technology, students. So all electromagnetic energy can be characterized as waves with a specific wavelength and a frequency which is distributed over a continuous range known as electromagnetic spectrum. For example, some radio waves have a wavelength of 6 feet, which is about 12 meters, and a frequency of 50 million hertz or cycles per second. Now, there are visible light wave, students, which I told you, and they have a wavelength of 400 to 700 millimicrons, and there are typical ones also, and they have a length of zero point zero 0.01 millimicrons and a frequency of 30 into 10 to the power 12 million, students. Now, talking of these things, students, like for the X-rays, you are not able to see, students, but there are light waves where that you can see. Like for example, in the previous video, I had told you, for example, the rainbow, students. It's a type of a light wave that you are able to see. You are able to see the rainbow with different colors, which is actually part of single ray of light, but it is deflected, and when it we are able to see that rainbow, we are able to see it into 7 different colors, students. Now moving ahead into the next paragraph, student, it says microwaves, short waves or high frequency radio waves, students, are the shortest of radio waves and with a length of zero point 0.1 millimeter and a frequency of 3 into 10 to the power 9 hertz, and they are found in the non-ionizing portion of the energy spectrum, which means these waves actually are not harmful for our body, and they fall between the radio waves and the visible light. Now, non-ionizing means that the microwaves do not detach charged particles and produce atoms with an unbalanced plus or minus charge, students. And microwaves can therefore safely produce heat and also does not damage any kind of food that you are actually putting into the microwave oven, students, and the food also gets heated properly and you are able to eat it, and the food does not get radioactive, students, hence it is safe to eat. Now microwaves are reflected from most metals, but they produce inductive resonances, students, in the atoms of many other substances. It was the discovery of the reaction of atoms actually to the metals that led to the invention of radar, students. And it was their ability to produce resonant coupling, and that led to the invention of microwave oven, students. So with this piece of tech, students, that we had, I hope you were able to understand how microwaves actually work it out, and how does microwave oven is safer and is not radioactive, although we are using radio waves, which microwave, but simply because they are short waves, they are still better waves for us, and they are able to produce heat, and we can have that as for just giving an energy to the food so that it can cook food, students. I hope you were able to understand this video. Thank you, students.